Hey guys, welcome back to the Hit Up podcast. Today we not only have the return of podcast host Liam Amrine, but we also have a special guest, an NRL prop, Dunamis Lui. Thanks so much for joining us.
All good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we might have had a few too many beers, so it's not. I didn't mess up your name on purpose, but there's other reasons for my mispronunciation there. Sorry.
So what we like to do at the start of every podcast, Dunamis, is we like to do a thing called the set of six. So I'm going to ask you 6 quick fire questions and you answer with what comes off the top of your head.
All right. One word?
One word.
All right.
Favorite fast food?
Macca's.
Very early 2022 Premier predictions.
Canberra.
Who's your favorite signing for a club next year?
Reynolds.
What's your wooden spoon team prediction?
Bulldogs.
Off the back fence, you have to run at one of these dudes: Sam Burgess, Sonny Bill, or George Tafour.
George Tafour, only because I know him as one of my boys. I know he's going to look after.
Bring back Biff, yes or no?
Yes.
100%. We've had a few similar answers with that fast food one. A lot of people are starting to like Macca's. Well, we had a few KFCs in there, but the recurring theme is because sounds like it's got to be McDonald's over everything. Now, obviously, a lot of young people look up to and aspire to be like people and sports legends when you're older. Did you have an idol when you were growing up?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, bro. I'm having trouble hearing you.
No, that's all right. Did you have an idol growing up, someone you looked up to?
An idol, sporting one as idol, or just anyone in general?
Oh, it could be anyone. It could be a sports, anyone in general.
Yeah, sporting one, it's always been Kobe. Still is Kobe. And then, just in general, I'll have to say, growing up, it was either my older brother or my old man. Just because, they're always there for me in my junior years. And my older brother is one of the reasons why that I stayed playing the game. He's a bit older than me. And, like every typical story, we didn't grow up with much. When my family moved over from New Zealand, my older brother played union, and he made a couple of rep teams that he couldn't play in because my parents couldn't afford to pay for him. So when it was my turn, my older brother was the one that convinced my parents to find a way to get me to play rep footy, and rest is history. So
what brothers are.
So what we like to do is we like to go through people's careers, like the highlights and the low points. We'll start off with your NYC career with the Broncos. A lot of people we've talked to have been through that NYC system, and we're wondering, how did you find that system, and would you like to see it return someday?
It's hard to say. I would. The way we had it back then, I was lucky because I got to play from the very first year. So I was playing in the in the era where the 20s was it was pretty tough comp. Nowadays, I think you have the squads are a bit bigger. You have like top 30. I think it's like 31 now or something like that. So you have a lot of boys playing up. I think clubs love the younger boys playing cup as well. So I wouldn't mind seeing it come back if it went back to full on, because 20 was pretty much the level before NRL, sort of. If you were under 20, we had I don't know, because you've seen a lot of boys who played 20s. I think the majority of us back then went through and played NRL. I don't know how it went the years after I finished, but yeah, back then when the way it was when I was playing, it was a tough competition, and if you can get back to how it was back then in any way or some way, yeah, I reckon it'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping it on the start of your career, obviously you made your debut back in 2010. How was the week leading up to that, and how was it running out for the first time?
Yeah, pretty buzzing. It was a pretty emotional week. I think I found out. Well, I got told that because normally during the week, if you're not playing NRL, you go back to your cup team, and I got told that I wasn't going to go back to the cup team. I was going to stay with the NRL team that week, and I thought I was going to be like 18th man or something. But then I found out the day before captain's run that I was going to be debuting. So I went home. So I was happy as excited, and I told my old man, and he just giggled. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know." I was like, "Fuck." So yeah, the club rang him. Told him before I even got a chance to tell him, and then flew my old man and my old brother down to Wollongong for the game, and yeah, it all hit me at the end of the game, going back into the sheds and seeing my old man and just embracing each other, and yeah, you think back to all those times when he share when he takes you to training and things like that, and it's one of those moments where you just think back and you just realize, we made it. But it was only at the beginning, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So you were able to play against a lot of great players and play with and against some great players. Who was your favorite person to play with, and who was your favorite person to play against?
Oh, yeah, far out. I reckon my favorite player to play with would have to be, Darren Lockyer. He's got to be right up there. Darren Lockyer, Petrus and Siva, mainly because they were, boys that I looked up to before even getting to meet them. Being a fan of the game, they were, guys that I really wanted to meet. So getting to play alongside them was, another level. And what was the other one? Sorry, what was the other question? Sorry.
And playing against.
Oh, playing against. I'm gonna have to say Josh McGuire because I know he's a grub. One of my close mates grew up with him, so there's a lot of banter on the field every time I play against him. And then I get to see him, being a grub like to me, like he does with other players. I just laugh at him like, bro, you can't do that to me. So yeah, he's one of the boys I love playing against.
Yeah, so for us three, our probably biggest memory of us is the Auckland Nines. Us three always went to the Auckland Nines together, and you were a part of a few of those tournaments, and we're wondering what was that experience like playing in front of a packed out Eden Park crowd?
Yeah, pretty cool. And then just the game itself, it was a pretty exciting game. I liked it because you could get subbed off after 1 minute if you get tired. So that was, that's why I loved it. And then, but man, you just hope that you weren't put on the highlight reel for the wrong reason. So I was lucky enough not to be in many. So
Yeah, absolutely. So you got to play in the Auckland Nines, which was pretty cool, but you also got to represent your country Samoa 6 times. How was that feeling going first time?
Yes, similar. Similar like all my, like every other first timers. It was. I remember, was singing the national anthem, and I remember just thinking back to when my grandma passed away in 2007. We went to Samoa for her funeral, and I was only a 17-year-old kid, and I remember our family sitting down, just all bunched around this one little TV box, pretty old school too, and just the look on their faces watching the game. Yeah, that moment there was one of the moments where I was like, man, I hope I play Samoa one day. And then when I got the opportunity, doing a national anthem, I got pretty emotional just thinking back to that and just like thinking fire up, like these guys are watching me, probably on the same TV box. Pretty buzzing.
And you also got to play for Queensland. How was that? How was that experience playing in the state of origin?
Yeah, same thing. Pretty emotional as well. Everything's emotional with me. Same thing. Hey, that was a bit different because I was a lot older, 31 when I made my debut. So I was like, in all honesty, I was getting to a stage where I just thought I wasn't gonna be a chance to play Origin. Growing up, that's all you want to do. Like I said before, like watching Darren Lockyer, Petra, even Gordon Tellis, like people you look up to, you just want to play on that stage. And finally getting the opportunity last year is dream come true. Pitched myself getting selected. So
Yeah. When we've talked to other people, they say that there's quite a big difference between playing like a club game, between an international game, then an Origin game. Did you find a big difference between the actual games?
Yes. The Origin game was way more, a lot more tougher than even just playing finals footy. You can't, like, I was honestly, I didn't even go full 20 minutes that I was meant to. Wayne said between 15 and 20 minutes, I'll bring you off. And I swear, after like not even 10 minutes into the game, I was like, I've never felt it before, but my forearms were going numb. I don't know how that works, but yeah, the level is really different, eh?
Yeah. So I think like most fans would probably know you for your time with the Canberra Raiders. How enjoyable was your time up in Canberra for the Green Machine?
Yeah, good. Love all those boys down there. I got lucky because I got to move my family down, which they spent majority of my playing days down in Canberra. So my kids, my son especially, he misses Canberra right now. He's always asking me, when are we going back to Canberra? But it's kind of hard telling him that we're not going back. But he was born here in Brisbane, but he's pretty much, him and my younger one, they're pretty much Canberra. That's all they pretty much know. So trying to change and it's pretty hard, but that's just goes to show how Canberra was to us as a family. And then also playing grand final with them as well. Yeah, moments you'll never forget.
Yeah, obviously, you got to play in the 2019 grand final, as you just said. If you don't mind talking about it, can you give us your thoughts on that 6 again call?
What 6 again?
When he
Oh man, it's the time when it happened, everyone's there's normal reaction to be or angry and all that, but he made a mistake. I don't know what happened. I didn't even think Stick even asked the question after the game or anything, but I know as a group we all spoke about it, and whatever happened, and we just said we're gonna move on from there, trying to win another comp. I really hope Canberra do win another comp. With Stick as the coach, but with that 6 again, it happened. But then same thing. A lot of things happened in the game as well. They could have changed the game. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on the 6 again in general, are you a fan of that?
No, I hate it. Not a fan.
Is it just like the speed of the game, or?
Sorry?
Is it just because of the speed of the game, or do you just want it to go back to how rugby league was before the rule?
Yeah, just go back to how the game was before. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I get what they're trying to do, trying to speed up the game and try to make it exciting to watch and everything. But they've also got to, they've also got to realize that we're just like any other human being on the field. We can get injured like easily with whatever they're trying to do. And I think there was a lot more injuries after that rule change or something like that. But yeah, I think just I'm trying to think of the word, like player welfare. I don't think it's good, but it is entertaining to watch as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence with it.
Yeah, well,
but I can tell you, when the 6 again happens and I'm on the other end of it, I hate
it. I think everyone does. Now, speaking of an achievement you made last year, you ended up winning the Free Delhi Club Person of the Year last year for Canberra. How was it feeling winning an award like that?
Yeah, I didn't realize how big that award was until after I got it. I had Papa. I don't know if he's getting bored of winning awards, but he's won probably like 4 or 5 Mal Meninga awards, which is our Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
And after I won it, he was like, man, honestly, that's bigger than Mal Meninga. Like I want to win that one day. I'd rather win that than this. And I was like, you got 5 of them. You're probably just getting bored of. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one because for me, I just do like normal things around the club, and I am who I am around everyone, and then just it's not like I was like trying to win the award or anything. If that makes sense, and I don't know.
So talking about the Canberra Raiders a bit more, obviously Ricky Stewart has a bit of like a bad sort of like, don't know how to say it, like in the press a lot of you see all the sprays and stuff. What is he actually like at trainings and stuff like that? Is he exactly like what we would expect, or is he a bit more calmer?
Nah, yeah, he's a bit more calm. He he's real big on family. He's real big family orientated. He loves I reckon he can be a little bit soft, but he hates showing it. But yeah, he's a lot calmer. Like he got me too, but before I signed with the Raiders, I was nervous to meet him because I just, you see what you see on TV, you just see him spraying everyone. And I was really nervous to meet him, thinking he's just going to be another like grumpy old man with short man syndrome or something like that. But it's okay. When you're away from footy, you're away from footy. And, but yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. So obviously, you were released this year. What are your plans for this year coming up? Do you have new plans outside of footy, or you think you're getting back into it, or what's the plans?
Yeah. Well, I still want to get into it. I'm currently signed with Redcliffe, so I've been doing a bit of work with them at the moment. That's the cup team too, by the way. And I'm also working on the side. My wife and I have a business together, a fitness business together. So we're doing that, and I'm also doing a bit of mentoring as well. So it's all right playing. Being able to still do footy with a cup team and having the whole day off to work on your own things that you want to work on as well. So I don't mind it.
Do you think going back to club footy, people look at you different since you were an NRL player? Like they're a bit scared to come up against you?
I don't find that. I'm actually excited to go back there because, I know it's, apart from it being a little bit more relaxed, I know what I can offer the boys, and then that's like, with anything, a bit of advice here and there, but also helping out the coach as well, a bit of leadership things. It's a new role for me, but pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be great in the playing group. What would you say is your greatest career achievement personally?
I'd have to say Queensland. making Queensland. Yeah, that's got to be right up there. Yeah, especially like what I said before. I never thought I'd be able to. I never thought I was gonna be, like running out there in the maroon, and yeah, just being able to get that chance was just surreal, man.
Definitely. Yeah. So obviously you're a big rugby league fan. Do you have any other sports that you watch or play any other sports in the spare time?
Yeah, basketball, NBA. But yeah, I've been pretty busy this off season, so I haven't really watched many games. But yeah, basketball. I love basketball. So
Since you're a big Kobe fan, are you a Lakers fan or?
man, yeah. I don't know. I'm still a Lakers fan, but I don't like how they're buying all these players, trying to make super teams and that. I was a fan of Kobe. I always have this bit of banter with Siliva Havili as well, because he's a massive LeBron fan. And before LeBron came, when LeBron first signed with Lakers, Leva walked in with his Lakers jersey, and he never liked Lakers, and I was like, fuck. Now we're gonna have all these other players coming in. So, yeah, I still support Lakers, but not as much as I did before LeBron got there.
Yeah. I used to hate LeBron. So I was a Lakers fan, like, because when I first grew up, Kobe was like my inspiration as well. And then I hated LeBron, hated everything about him, hated Miami, hated Cleveland. Then he joined and it was like, oh, I don't want to. But then I sort of like got to like enjoy it now. But like at the start, it was like, oh no. I had to like change all my words.
Before we let you go, obviously Christmas is coming up. It's in 5 days from when we're recording. Do you have any plans for Christmas?
Same thing we do every year. My family, we all go back to my parents' house. We all meet back up there. I'm kind of lucky. I'm only 40 minutes down the road, so I don't have to travel far. Got family in New Zealand, so yeah, I don't know. They couldn't make it last year, so hopefully they can make it this year. Yeah. Hopefully
the borders are open. But thank you so much for your time. It's been an amazing chat. We really appreciate taking some time out of the day. And thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you. Thanks again, boys.
Cheers.
Catches.
Yeah.